At least she got it.
Have you ever used a bidet before?
No, I have not.
I think I have. It's Groundhog Day.
All over again?
Didn't we just talk about this?
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Like a time-space continuum.
I think I was at a hotel one time and I tried one. I don't know. Maybe. Every time I see them, I can't tell which is which at first.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Like
you think it's a glorified urinal or something.
Right, so
yeah.
I probably just pissed in one. It's like going to a concert.
50-50 chance you'll get it right.
It's all going down the same tubes anyway.
It is?
What about concerts where you get a piss in those pig draft things?
The big trough.
Yeah,
That was the
It's the trough. That's what they give guys at concerts. The trough. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
You ever seen
Yeah,
that?
it's like a big long line
No,
of a
just a big-
urinal, and everybody pees in the same thing.
Yeah, it's just a big metal, 20,
It looks
30,
like a giant bathtub.
30-foot bathtub with drains in it.
On the
and-
floor. Mm.
No, not on the floor, on the ground.
Well, Joe Louis had the most notorious one because it was kind of round. So you'd be sitting there looking across, and there's some dude on the other side, doing the same thing. And it was
That's
just
fun.
so
awkward.
avert your
That's fun.
eyes. Yeah. It's very awkward.
It's called prison pissing.
It is.
Wow. So, Paul Allen just died.
Who's Paul Allen?
Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft.
Oh, it wasn't Bill Gates.
No.
Oh, Paul Allen, co-founder. Okay.
The co-founder.
Yeah, what did he die of? Hookers and blow?
What was it? 65, not that old.
Oh, it was hookers and blow then.
Yeah.
Heart couldn't handle it.
No, he had some sort of ailment. I can't remember what it was. Nothing that creeps up on you.
Like Hodgkin's disease or something.
What was it?
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
So I guess that's
it's
better
just
than
lymphoma.
Better than being Hodgkin's lymphoma. I guess that one's really bad, right?
Well, I was going to say, what's the difference? That's like saying I have non-cancer stroke, which means I just had a stroke. I don't know. We'll leave that to the...
Speaking of strokes,
I don't know where this is going.
just leave that one. No, I heard an interesting story about
1,100 times.
Remember?
That's how many it takes. Do it in slow-mo and start counting.
No, our favorite guy. Oh, damn! You threw me off. No, I can't remember. Montel Williams. He had some sort of disease, I guess.
Yeah, for a long time, for quite some time.
Yeah, and he's been fighting it off. But I just heard he was on one of those daytime shows that I don't get to see. My mom told me about it, and basically he was down in a gym somewhere working out, at a hotel prior to an engagement. Sitting there working out, and here's a pop. He's like, "The hell was that?" He's in the gym all by himself. He's like looking around, and all of a sudden he realizes, something's not right here. Ends up, he had a stroke while he was working out.
Recently?
Yeah. Now, I guess, within the last few months, I guess. Wow. He's been on a long road to rehabilitation or something, but I didn't hear anything about it. But interestingly enough, he had a stroke where a blood vessel broke in his head. He heard it while he was working out.
My God.
There's something popping in your head.
And he was giving advice to folks. He said, "Hey, you know what? If you think you had a stroke," he said, the first thing he thought was, "I just need to go over here and lay down for a little bit." And he did the exact opposite. He got up and crawled, like wall crawled, all the way up to the elevators, over to the desk, or whatever. And he got some help. But he was all messed up. And he's walking along, and I guess he got back to his hotel room, wall walking, because he couldn't stand up straight. And he's like telling his wife, "Hey, I think I had a stroke."
Why wouldn't you just call an ambulance?
Well, he didn't have his phone on him, whatever reason. He's panicked. He's by himself. He doesn't know what's up. I mean, he had a stroke, for crying out loud. But he said the doctors told him that the best thing that he could have done was getting up and forcing himself to continue moving, not laying down and
So the idea being attempting to keep the blood flow moving.
keeping the blood from rushing to the open, stroke. Because I guess there's two different kinds of strokes, right? There's one where your blood vessel breaks, in his case, and then there's the other one where it gets blocked.
Clotting.
So yeah, the clotting. So he had the probably the worst one, because once the blood starts going, it starts putting pressure on your brain, and that's when you get the brain damage.
I see.
So it was just an
So
interesting
he used
story.
to have a show about 15 years ago of his own, kind of a Jerry Springer type
Yeah.
thing. Not quite as bad, but he just kind of fell off the radar, and I think it was because he had health issues that he had to stop doing that.
Right.
Every now and then you see him pop up on a commercial or something.
Yeah. That's what I remember seeing him do some reverse mortgage thing or something like that.
You know, that's
Tom Selleck did a reverse mortgage thing the other day. I was like,
did it really? He's
Tom
not at that
Selleck?
He's not at that age yet.
come on. Yeah, you can do better than that, Tom.
No, that's
They must
like-
have paid him a shitload of money to do that.
Selleck's already doing it. Well, I mean, you know that there's a continuum of career, right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the reverse mortgage part, it's pretty much over, right? So
Alex Trebek, I think he did the reverse mortgage thing not too long ago.
these guys are in their 70s, 80s. Who's the other guy that they won? Oh my God, Robert Wagner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But then he goes back and forth between reverse mortgage and I didn't kill my wife.
What kind of wood doesn't float?
Right.
Natalie.
Exactly. Yeah, Natalie Wood. Do you think he killed her?
I think he might have.
Christopher Walken was on that boat that day.
Oh, no.
Apparently he was not nearby or anything. He knows nothing. But the captain, and this came up again, it comes up every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
They try to reopen that investigation.
Yeah, they're all over him. They're not letting it go.
No, that was back in the 70s, I think.
Yeah. Or late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. They're not going to let him on. But by the time they figure it out, it'll be done. How old is Robert Wagner? Can you look that up?
I think it's really weird. I didn't know that, what's his name, was on board there.
Oh, yeah, Christopher Walken was on.
88.
What?
88.
88.
Well, he's just riding us out
Damn.
like Bill Cosby.
Jeez.
No, I'm saying, if you're going to get prosecuted, you might as well get prosecuted when you're 90 and say, fuck it.
Imagine Christopher Walken on the jury stand, or on the
Hey,
cross examination.
you would do a better impression than I would.
I don't know if I can pull it off tonight. But.
Okay, give it a shot.
So, what we're trying to do here is, it's we were drinking some beer on the boat, and I hit it in the only place I knew I could.
in the
I
wood,
don't know.
they went overboard.
I got to brush up my Christopher Walken.
Mitchell does a good Christopher Walken. He does good impressions.
He's a classic one. If you can get Christopher Walken, you got it.
Let's give him a buzz.
All right.
Imagine getting him and Wilford Brimley in here at one time.
Holy crap.
He'd be like, do you have the diabetes? I don't know. It depends on how you...
Who is that?
I don't know. It's like a prepubescent Italian boy.
Oh, man. We should just set down the Christopher Walken and step away.
Can you do impressions of anybody?
Yeah. He does great impressions.
It's this kind of random thing. It kind of comes
Yeah,
up.
you
and,
can't put him on the spot.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh, I'll give you a big name. And we'll see if you can pull it off.
He does a good Milton.
Milton's easy.
Oh.
Because I just mumble all day at work, just like Milton. So
Oh, let me think. How about De Niro?
Robert De Niro.
That's mostly facial expressions.
Oh, yeah, I'm hidden behind the mic.
Pacino.
So I'm trying to remember a good De Niro thing. Oh, you talking to me? All right, hold on.
You talking to me?
You talking to me? You talking to me? I don't see no one else. You must be talking to me. It's kind of a cross between the mobster and
cab driver. Taxi cab.
Yeah, it was Travis Bickle. That's who he played in that one. Taxi driver.
I just watched one of his movies this weekend. It was absolutely horrible.
What? The movie was De Niro in that was horrible.
It was with John Travolta.
Okay.
The Killing Fields or something like that.
The Killing Fields. That was about Cambodia, wasn't it?
Maybe something else. The Killing something.
Killing Season.
The Killing Season.
Huh.
It wasn't De Niro that made it bad. It was Travolta that made it bad. Travolta's a caricature of himself, right? Because he's got that big fat head. And I can't ever see Travolta as anybody but Travolta.
Right. Vinny Barbarino. Hey.
Yeah, Vinny Barbarino. And,
with the sweat hogs.
No, that was Shannon.
What? Who? When? Where?
We were talking about this morning. I was talking to Mitchell about something. Oh, it was Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew Dice Clay plays the father
A Star is Born.
in A Star is Born, which I have not yet seen, of Lady Gaga.
What?
Okay, there's a movie called A Star is Born.
The remake.
The remake. Well, there's like 4.
Because originally it was like Barbara Streisand and
Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson, yeah.
So they did a remake with, I'm going to forget all the names. Lady
Andrew
Gaga.
Dice Clay's in there?
Hold on for a second.
Sorry. That just blows my mind.
So,
Go on.
what's his name?
You can do it. Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper directed it. He's in it and he sings in it. Lady Gaga plays his. I don't know if it's a protege. I haven't seen the movie yet.
All right.
Andrew Dice Clay plays her father. And apparently you don't recognize him.
Well, I imagine not.
In part because of age, and I guess he did a good job. Dave Chappelle's in that movie as well, briefly. And it got good reviews. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, I'd pay to see Chappelle. I love Chappelle.
He's in there very briefly, from what I'm told, but apparently he does a great job.
Cool.
He plays actually, from my understanding, not a comedic character, but
Sure.
more of a wise man.
Well, he needs to do that. You know, I think comedy needs a wise brain to kind of make that all work.
Oh, Chappelle's a smart guy.
He is.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Extremely seasoned.
Brilliant comedian.
Yeah, about as good as they got.
I would have never thought of him as a thespian, though.
No.
Acting.
Chappelle, I think that Sebastian Maniscalco is funny, and I'm kind of on the Bill Burr thing right now.
Bill Burr. Oh, yeah, Bill Burr. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, they tell you how it is. I can't think of anybody else.
There's not too many good, real, like,
stand-up comedians.
stand-up comedians that are really, like, killing it right now.
No.
No.
But for as many comedians as are out there, you'd think that there'd be a lot more content.
Oh, there was one my niece showed me the other day, and he was fantastic. He was telling a story about, I think it was going to what the hell was it? I got to look him up now.
It's
I'll look him up
not
at
the
the
guy
break.
with his shirt off.
No, nothing like that. This guy just told a really good story. It'd just take me a little while to dig it out, but
Gaffigan is funny, but the problem with his stuff, his material, is it seems recirculated quite a bit. Meaning, everything comes down to cakes, donuts, cupcakes.
right.
There's not a ton of new material coming out of him. And then there's some people that are really good in television shows but are not very good stand-up comedians. I'll give you an example. I don't think Patton Oswalt is very good at stand-up. That's stand-up. He's
That's
funny in
stand-up.
like King of Queens. He's funny in his parts. He's funny in whatever. But his stand-up is, I don't laugh. It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't make it laugh, man, no sense in going to deal with that.
No.
Yeah, it's way back. Sorry. It's in the way back machine.
So did I tell you I saw Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
I met Jordan Peterson.
You met him.
Yeah.
What did he tell you? Get your shit together?
No, I think it was me more telling him stuff than him telling me stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of wisdom did you share with Jordan Peterson?
Oh, this is true.
No, good.
This is true. Well, I think what we found out is that he tends to actually gravitate either consciously or subconsciously towards students rather than adults. I don't know if it's he's smart enough that I think he's doing it on purpose, and I think it's either because he feels more comfortable with them or he feels that they have. He wants to be able to influence them.
I was thinking driven
towards, they have more issues.
Driven to provide wisdom.
Right.
Because there's not enough guidance in the world right now for a lot of kids.
Yeah. Sweet little chat.
Cool.
That was good. I got pictures of it. I'll post it on the interwebs.
Absolutely. I don't have any good pictures with any celebs myself.
I got one with Sebastian Maniscalco when we saw him in concert. Who else? Aaron Lewis from Stained. I didn't take pictures with him, no. We had a chat, though.
I just heard a guy from one of the bands, he just got a gun charge. He got 10 years. So 3 Doors Down?
I think you're thinking about the guitar player from 3 Doors Down.
Yeah.
He got himself in a little bit of a pickle a few months back, if not a year ago. And I think they kicked him out of the band.
Damn. 10 years.
A lot of people get kicked out of bands for, let's call it your nefarious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I think that one of the guys who got kicked out of Marilyn Manson's band about a year ago as well.
What was he up to?
Child porn.
Whoa.
Marilyn Manson kicked him right out and said no can do.
Nope.
Don't be mistaken about how smart that guy is.
Oh, Marilyn Manson?
Manson.
No. Yeah. No, he's
no dummy.
No. He's got nerd written all over him.
Oh, yeah. You can look at his old stuff, his old material when he's being interviewed. And he's a bright young man back then.
Well, he found a little niche and he wrote it.
He still is.
And still riding it, yeah.
He's still riding it. But you talk to him, listen to him. He's no dummy. Right. So anyway, I guess one of his band members got caught for something to that effect.
Seems to be a lot of that going
Kicked
on.
him out immediately.
Yeah.
No can do. The guy from The Who got kicked out for that, too. I don't think he got kicked out. It was the guitar player from The Who.
Pete Townsend?
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the
No,
Who?
he didn't get kicked out of the
hear
band. He got caught with child pornography.
Yes, I remember that.
Tons of it, in fact.
Wasn't he just doing research or something?
Yeah. Well, who researches child
He was
porn?
researching it.
Yeah, go ahead and Google that.
Yeah, sure.
You got the
I
FBI.
believe
You
it.
have the FBI at your door.
The only reason he's not in Pound Your Ass prison is probably because he has a lot of money.
So how do you think Cosby's doing? You think he's getting respect?
Eating a lot of pudding pops.
He's not. He's going to go on appeal. He's not going to win appeal. He's going to die in prison.
I actually heard, rumor unfounded, but I hear he's in a brand new prison that was just built.
Well, he's also not isolated, but he is in like a special category of sorts.
I guess
He's not yet in with the general population.
Well, I hear this new prison they built. It's pretty nice, and it's only like 15 minutes from his house.
You know what? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I would verify that.
I grew up near there for about 5 years, Norristown, PA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where he was president.
Well, I was thinking of where his house was at. I was thinking it was L.A. or California. But
No. He's
he's in the Clinton, Pennsylvania.
I think he is. Yeah. So I mean, you got one of two things. He's going to get mad respect, not because of what he did, but because of who he is, or you're going to get like a Jeffrey Dahmer type of thing, you know, where somebody's just going to want to say they killed Bill
Man,
Cosby.
I killed Bill Cosby.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah. Fat Albert.
I'm Fat Albert.
He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. Who else?
Poor decisions during the course of your life.
Poor decisions. That's like 50 poor decisions. I mean, this is over and over again, over again. I think the problem is everybody sees him as, you know, Mr. Huxtable, Dr. Huxtable, but that's not
Squeaky clean.
That's not Bill Cosby, though.
And
Apparently, that's not Bill Cosby. Right.
Well, I mean, even with Fat Albert, he took the high road. I mean, he was always trying to. He was actually if you remember the Fat Alberts, they always had a moral to the story at the end of it, right? And he was trying to, whether it be him or the writers, but the idea behind it was, you know, that there was a story, and there was an outcome, and there was a decision to be made, right? And he was trying to impart wisdom through that, right?
It was good.
Wasn't bad.
It was good messaging back in the day. You know,
Heck
it's
yeah.
interesting. You find that a lot of people who have seemingly high morality are actually hiding behind that morality in many cases. No, they're so I can't think of. I'm thinking of somebody else who did that. Was it Oprah? No.
You're never going to get Oprah on this show, just so you know. High morality.
She did something, I'm sure. Of
She
it.
was into human trafficking for massage parlors or something.
Oh my god.
She had to be. You don't give away free cars for nothing.
No, you get a free car. Everybody gets a free car.
Listen, I'm pretty sure Ellen DeGeneres is okay. She dances a lot, and I enjoy watching it. Bill Cosby's, man, 50, 60 times. I mean, that's serial rapist right there. Right.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't compute sometimes.
Well, it doesn't compute because we all see him as Huxtable. We all see
Yeah.
him as Fat Albert. We all see him as Jello Pop pudding guy. Right, but I mean, he's hiding behind it. Next thing you know, Big Bird and Snuffleupagus are going to be raping people.
No.
Right, Big Bird's been charged.
Hey, I've been keeping my eye on Elmo.
You
Because
know-
Elmo's creepy, man.
You know who's probably the
Tickle
most
me, Elmo.
tickle me, Elmo, tickle me.
No,
Yeah.
don't taint Elmo.
Yeah, like little kids are listening to this podcast.
Oh.
It better not.
What do you
be.
mean? Don't taint them. Bill Cosby, for God's sakes, is in
Well, no,
for
him. I
rape.
don't. I'm talking about Elmo and Big Bird.
My mind is fucked up.
I'm thinking Elmo's like the GHB guy. You know, he's like sneaking into your drink at the bar, being all cute. Next thing you know, it's like starts
Tickle
ending.
me. Where?
Ends up looking like a thing from Pulp Fiction where you're down in the basement with the gimp, you know. You got the ball gag and, you know, all that fun stuff. You got a bunch of Muppets jumping on you.
Ball gag Elmo. Oh my God. That's probably true.
It probably exists
What's
somewhere.
that? What's that yellow feather in the background? Big Bird?
Big Bird's got a hood
They
on.
had a thing come out.
I know it's you, Big Bird.
I don't know how Big Bird talks. I forgot.
Sorry.
A few weeks ago, about a month ago, somebody said that the writer. Do you remember this? They said that the writer of Bert and Ernie. Hang in there with me.
Hanging.
Of Bert and Ernie said that he wrote them as gay characters. Now, PBS came back and said
No.
they were not gay characters. And the guy's like,
Sesame Street said, yeah.
or Sesame,
Yeah, yeah.
PBS, whatever. Right. Sesame Street people. And he said, no, I wrote them as gay characters. I never saw them that way. I saw them as like buddies, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be gay. You don't have to be Brokeback Mountain for that, right?
No.
Right? If it were Brokeback Mountain, would Bert be Jake Gyllenhaal or Heath Ledger? Bert was the shorter one. Bert was the taller one. Ernie was the little fat one.
See, I think of it more in terms of like Abbott and Costello, or what's the other duo there? Fred and Barney. So what if Fred and Barney were gay?
Who's Fred and Barney?
Fred and Barney from the Flintstones.
Oh yeah.
What if they were gay? And
They
Wilma
had-
and
they had
Betty,
wives. They had
Wilma-
wives.
Wilma and Betty were just beards.
Say that again.
Wilma and Betty were just beards. So Fred
Their
and
wives.
Hmm?
The wives.
They were wives. They were married.
Right.
they were a front.
Oh, they were a front for the gay activity.
Yeah.
they
They
had
were
no.
bowling all the time.
They had no
They
clue.
were hanging out all the time,
They had no clue.
No, it's because they were trying to escape their wives.
Wilma and Betty were in on it too. They were doing their
They
own
were
thing.
probably off.
Heck yeah.
Who
They
knows?
were-
Who knows? Bert and Ernie.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I think we got a bunch of perverts writing these cartoons here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What 40, 50-year-old man's writing little cartoons about, So there's a movie coming out about Mr. Rogers, played by Tom Hanks.
Not Mr.
No,
Rogers.
no.
really.
Oh, that's where we cross the line.
That's
He was
where-
all by himself. He was all by himself, right?
He-
He was just
he-
a creepy guy at the end of the
He
street.
had
But
the,
was
he? Had
he?
the mailman.
No.
Mailman would stop by every once in a while.
Yeah,
I'm
they have,
just saying.
they have a little chat
No,
every now and then.
no,
Okay, let's
Mr.
leave Mr.
Rogers.
Rogers alone. So he's buried in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, which I also have roots to because that's where my father's from. And they're making a movie about him, played by Tom Hanks. Plays Mr. Rogers.
He looks so good. I'll show you a picture.
All right.
He didn't look exactly like him, but I'd like to think that Mr. Rogers actually was just a purist. There's got to be somebody out there. You know how you put these certain people into like this category?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby was. I think the shock value is because he was one of them. I'll give you another example. Like say Michael J. Fox, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a select group of people
Squeaky clean.
that you just our culture and views them as just we don't know them,
Right.
but through television we know them. So
Through their
Michael
acting.
J. Fox is one of those people you just view as a good guy, squeaky clean. Arguably, let me see the picture.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so arguably Tom Hanks is another one of those people that people just love, right?
Right.
He's in the squeaky clean category. Not too many people get in there.
No.
It's like this. It's like this select group, right? There's no list for it. It's just people we think are, above board, if you will.
I heard a rumor that
Don't mess up Snuffleupagus.
no, I won't. But Mr. Rogers there, he was a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
That's true.
That is true.
Okay. I always wondered about that one because I was like, a Marine and Mr. Rogers? No, that just doesn't compute.
Yeah, he was a Marine back in the day.
You see him like, just coming over the line at
He
you,
is a.
the bayonet fixed, and he's just ready to stick it in your face.
Well, I don't know how old he. I mean, he's a
He
bit-
must have been in Korea.
No. Yes.
He would have been in
Yeah,
Korea.
because he's not a baby boomer, but just prior to that, probably born in what 30.
1928.
I mean, he could have done
He was
Korea
born,
and
he was
Vietnam.
born 28, so I guess he could have done both. I think he was in Vietnam. I don't know if he served in arms or whatever. Nonetheless, he signed up for it. And I decided to put on my red sweater and blue shoes and tell stories to the kids. I'd like to think that was innocent. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Of course, they couldn't explain why Mr. Rogers kept buying all these bags of lime.
Was he buying lime?
Yeah, how else could they deal with all the, all the little puppets that they had to deal with, bury them down in the basement, throw some lime on them, they're all good.
Also, yeah, that could also.
That little guy with the train,
Imagine who else falls in that category? You think?
Captain Kangaroo. I was just thinking
he's
Captain
dead.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, he's dead though.
I think he was a Marine too.
Yeah. Oh, I miss that guy. All right.
I like Captain
Who falls into that category? Well, for Brimley, might fall into that category. Just good guy. Maybe he's on the edge because he did some
He did some edgy westerns.
edgy Western movies.
Yeah.
But who do you think of as like, sort of a purist? You don't want to see him.
My best one I could think of was Captain Kangaroo, but yeah, let's go down to the next level. Squeaky clean.
Mr. Rod. I say Michael J. Fox because I don't know. That's just the way I view him, I guess. Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
When he did the show, what was the show?
I wanted to say Silver Spoons, but that's not it.
Ricky Schroeder.
That's Schroeder.
No, it was Family Ties.
Family Ties. There we go. Yeah, it was a family something. Yeah, there we go. I can't think of anybody that's really squeaky clean anymore. Maybe it's just because I'm older and I'm really, really getting cynical nowadays.
Jessica.
Squeaky clean.
Who do you think of as like a squeaky clean character, for example?
Well, years ago, I would have said Bill Cosby.
Right. So we said that too, but then he fell out. So then we've only found a few people. So Mr. Rogers was one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. That's another one.
We're talking squeaky clean. Tom Hanks potentially.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Michael J. Fox.
John Travolta's pretty innocent, isn't he?
Travolta. What are you talking about?
No. Is there
Have you read the stuff
dirt
on
I
it?
don't know?
Yeah, like the back rubs he gets all the time.
Oh.
He's a crazy.
He's a Scientologist too, I believe.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's automatic, like cracy.
All right, so so we only had Tom Hanks,
Michael
J. Fox,
yep.
and Mr. Rogers. And well, we had Bill Cosby in it, but
I think that's basically it.
I can't think of anybody else that's got that sort of like purist view, or that we have that view of that person. Any females?
Mother Teresa.
Oh, for God's sakes. No pun intended.
I mean, say, she's headed towards sainthood, I think, if she's not already.
Any women you can think of? That
Ellen
you feel
DeGeneres is pretty innocent, and she
He
does
said
so
that.
much
I
for...
Are you here for that? No,
No.
you stepped
I
out.
mentioned her.
She does so much, though, for charity
Yeah,
as well.
she does.
She's a good
She's
person.
up to no good. I know. The idea is that some purists hide behind that purity in order to do nefarious things like Bill Cosby did. He was the pudding guy and the Fat Albert guy and Dr. Huxtable, and then he's raping people behind the scenes. God forbid we find out that's what Tom Hanks is doing.
Oh, God, I hope nothing.
I'm sure Oprah's up to no good.
Oh, yeah, Oprah.
Did you see that face?
Yeah, he was like, no.
I don't know. I don't know what I have. I don't know why I have a problem.
Apparently, you
with
have
Oprah.
like some vendetta against Oprah.
No, it's and just for the audience's perspective, it has nothing to do with the fact that she's black. Okay. I just don't like her.
Why?
I don't know.
What's not to like? She gives away cars.
Not
She has
that-
a
yeah.
book club. That seems pretty innocent.
Let me
to
tell you
if
something.
You have a book club.
She's not giving away cars for nothing.
No.
She's
Tax write-off.
She's hiding behind something.
She gains and loses weight for money.
I mean,
She gains and loses weight for money
Yeah.
constantly. Oh, I lost
That's
it.
a
If she
fact.
lost as much weight as she said she has lost over the years, she'd be a piece of dust.
it's so hard to turn down cookies, though, because they're so good.
Well, I mean, but don't
Amen.
don't eat and then go and then claim you lost 80 pounds on the diet, or just live your life. I don't like Oprah. I just don't.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of people.
I don't like a lot of people. She's just one of these people that irritates me.
You know, it's probably just a short list for people that I like. You know, and that list gets pared down really quick.
No.
You know,
Tell me.
on a day-to-day basis.
Tell me who you like in pop culture
In pop culture.
or bands or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, well, the bands I like, I mean, those guys could be sacrificing, sacrificing goats on the altar of Molov, I don't know.
All right, we'll go back to just pop culture then.
Yeah, we'll just keep it simple.
TV and movies and stuff like that.
TV and movies, I don't know. People I like, Ted Danson.
I know you love. You're in love with that guy.
What's not to love?
He,
You
you
love
know,
Ted Danson,
but
too.
here's the
What's
image.
What's not to love?
It's Cheers. It's
Oh, well,
Have you seen The Good Place?
He's had so much.
That's
Oh
a
yeah,
really good
yeah,
show.
I know.
Well, you
Last two
had the
episodes have been
doctor
awesome.
one in
So good.
between too, right? What was the doctor? What was the one where Becker?
Becker, yeah. Well, he played an old curmudgeon in that, and I could totally relate to who he was.
Yeah, he's pissed off. It was just
Kept
like,
trying to. He was a doctor. He, smoked and he hung out and ate bad. And
that was before the other doctor show came out. House.
I love that show.
Oh yeah, he was a good curmudgeon. I mean, there's only a few good curmudgeons that I could see on TV that I said, yeah, he nailed it. And those are two right there.
So who do you like in pop culture besides Ted Danson?
Nobody.
I think the veil
Ted
has been
Danson.
ripped down. I think, well, there's so many of them that you like them, you get into them, you think, yeah, good actor, just seems like a good person, and then they go and shoot off their mouth about something, and you go, damn, I wish you wouldn't have done that. So
Well, it is Hollywood. What are you going to do?
What about Rihanna? She's, her videos are racy, her music's a little racy, but overall she does a lot for charity.
She's not in the purity column, is she?
I mean, why? Because of her art? That doesn't really, categorize a human being.
Because she took it.
Art is supposed to be outlandish.
I don't know. She hurt the whole Chris Brown thing. And
I mean, she didn't really do anything wrong in that, though.
which I'd argue otherwise.
Well,
She got beat up
made
and
it to
went
the
back.
court. She made a poor life choice over love.
Yeah, but
Who hasn't done
she,
that?
she keeps going back to the guy.
No, they're done.
Oh, yeah, they've been done.
Okay, well,
Well, and
went
she
back a
paid off
couple
some of
times.
her fans' student loans and stuff. I mean,
No, I'm not saying she didn't do good things.
no.
But I said the purity column, not do you like them
oh,
column.
the girl next door type
I
of
mean,
person.
Mr. Rogers, Rihanna,
Okay.
California King. but
I just don't have any actors that are like standing out like, yeah, squeaky clean. Like you have a
Meryl.
Who?
Oh, Meryl.
Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm. She's up there.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
oh,
what
she
did she
married
do?
she married Jesse
She
James.
married Jesse James. She's
So,
a bad, she's a bad.
Poor life decisions.
She's a bad girl.
She's really she's so
Didn't
bad.
She adopt some
No, I
kids
think
or
he
something,
cheated on
too?
her probably because she wasn't a bad girl, and then he started
Yeah.
dating that stripper, and he was like, "Oh, somebody that's my speed," because Sandra Bullock actually is a good
Oh
person.
no, I bet
You
you. I
know?
bet. Oh, I see.
Did they
where
have
you're
kids?
going
Did they
with
have kids together? I think
that.
they
No,
did.
I don't think they did.
I think Sandra adopted
Yeah.
a child, but I don't know. I don't think it was with him. I think it was after.
So that was an
He
odd,
had kids.
That was an odd couple.
It was.
Jesse
Didn't really
James and
ever
Sandra
make
Bullock.
sense.
He's an interesting dude, though.
Yeah,
Driven, keeps things going.
for crackheads. Yeah,
You think he's a crackhead?
I don't know. I don't think he's all there.
Oh no, he's bumped his head too many times. Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all right. He builds good bikes. You like his bikes or the Orange County Choppers guy is better. He builds them more raw.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I would take one of his bikes over Orange County.
They kind of do theirs
Yeah,
Like
theirs
all-
are very very blingy.
shiny and sparkly, and his are more just old school
Old school with a lot of old school
parts and
capabilities, parts. Yeah.
characteristics,
Right.
designs. Yeah. I can't think of anybody else in the purity category.
Me.
We should call Chris.
Yeah.
See what he says about him. We should call Alicia. Let's get her on the phone.
Is she gonna answer?
Alicia?
Yeah, my sister.
Oh, I haven't talked to her. All right.
Let's give her a buzz.
How much time we got? Is it a good time to call?
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes.
Try her. We'll try her.
Do I
All right, you guys dial them in. I'll be right back.
It's on the top. Let's see if she's there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. She's not going to answer. We'll have to call Chris.
The phone number is 248
555
1234.
1212. She's not even going to answer the phone. Probably putting her kid to bed or something. I have Alicia Keys' phone number.
What about Reese Witherspoon?
Oh, yeah.
She's pretty innocent.
Mm-hmm.
No, she got caught by the cops.
Oh,
Do-
yeah.
she did?
Remember, she was like, do you know who I
Yeah,
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Hi, leave a message and I'll call you back.
We don't
Thanks.
need her. Let's try this number here. See if we can get her answer the phone. Yeah. See if we can get me on the phone.
am? She'll tell you how it is.
I don't know. Those kids, they probably have an entirely different perspective
Yeah.
on purity.
Yeah. What's that?
Well, they probably think everybody is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't, just because they haven't seen anything yet, you know. I mean, to a little kid who's Bill Cosby, nobody,
Right.
you know.
Right.
They don't even know who that is. I mean, they don't even know who Rihanna is. Well, they might.
Yeah, I think they would.
These people don't answer their phones.
Well, it's some random number.
Chris, this is
This is Chris Pizza. All right, we got one more. We'll try. Then we're going to quit. That's Wilford Brimley's number. Give him a buzz. I can't think of anybody else.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
He's awful.
Why?
I think-
Why is he tainted?
I think he got
Yeah.
smacked for a little bit of Me Too stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Something like that.
Yep. Yep. He hit the Me Too radar about a couple months ago. I have like 18 sisters.
Really?
Calling
Hello?
the second one. Hey, listen. You're on the radio show right now, so keep it clean, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Kirk and Brittany and Jessica are here. So you're on the air right now.
Okay.
Okay. So we were talking about people that we thought had a sort of a purist series of characteristics in pop culture. Let me give you an example. We used to think that Bill Cosby was one of those people, right? Like he was Fat Albert, and he was the Jello pudding pop guy, and then he was Mr. Huxtable. It turned out not to be such a good guy, right?
Right.
We were trying to think about people that actually still have that purity in their the way that we view them, and we only came up with definitive three so far. One was Tom Hanks. One was Michael J. Fox. And the third was, these are people that are alive. Who was the third one?
Captain Kangaroo?
No, not Captain Kangaroo.
Mr. Rogers.
No, we said Mr. Rogers, but he died. Was he the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
No, I'm talking about alive people.
There's not
Oh,
many.
okay.
Tremor guy.
Michael J.
Michael J.
Fox.
Fox, yeah. Oh, Tom Hanks.
Tom
Okay.
Hanks, and all right. Can you think of anybody else that like you view that way?
As a purist that's alive right now,
Yeah, like not Mother Teresa because she's dead, and Captain Kangaroo is dead, and we believe
Mr. Rogers is dead.
Mr. Rogers is dead, and
This is the Dead Show, by the way. We just talk about dead people.
yeah. Anybody else you view that way?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
What about women? What about like say Meryl Streep?
No.
Why not? Just because you don't like her?
No, it's not that I don't like her. It's that there are certain things about certain people when they are so definitive in their views and they portray them in forums that they don't belong in. I don't view them as purist any longer.
So
I don't believe that when you go to an award show, you should put your political beliefs on stage. That's not the forum for it.
Okay. So I'm supposing that you don't like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't not like Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor. I don't agree with him talking about saving the planet and then having his multi-million-dollar jet flying him all over the place.
Yeah.
A little hypocritical.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It is.
We can't think of anybody else. Jessica said Rihanna.
What about
Don't know enough about her.
All right, we'll take her off the table.
What about Jennifer Aniston? She's fairly innocent and was always the girl next door and Friends anyway.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah.
I don't think she's squeaky clean. You can see her nipples on Friends.
Wow.
But that was the costume designer's choice, not hers.
Yeah, but you can still see them. That's not purity.
Well, she
You
didn't
see
dress
You
herself.
see Mother Teresa with her nipples?
Well, Mother Teresa dressed herself.
Whoa, back off, back off.
I said, do you? You
No,
don't.
God, no.
Right, so you can, I don't want to put Jennifer Aniston. I think Mr. Rogers and Mother Teresa could get married in heaven.
I'm waiting for the lightning bolt to come ripping through the studio here. It's like, oh, jeez.
I really can't think of anybody else.
What about Blake Lively?
Who the hell is that?
Okay, never mind. There was a movie.
All right, look, so we said Morgan Freeman, but apparently he got caught up in
He
the
did.
Me Too thing
He did.
a couple months ago too,
Yep.
right? Everybody, I would have said Charlie Rose. He got caught up.
I
in
thought you were
Me
going to
Too.
say Charlie Sheen there for a second.
Charlie.
Wow.
I was like, no. maybe 30, 40 years ago, you might have gotten squeaky clean on Charlie, but
What about Richard Dreyfuss? Squeaky clean.
straight up, there's one.
There's a bit of purity in him, right? Paul, he did the Close Encounters of the Third Kind movies and all that. Always played a good kind of character.
What about Gwyneth Paltrow? She's pretty innocent.
Oh,
She doesn't.
Or she's kind of bitchy.
yeah, she kind of markets a few products that don't lend itself to purity, I would say. So
So I was just, so it was just brought to my attention. What about Richard Dreyfuss?
Yeah, I just said Richard Dreyfuss.
yeah, did you hear
Oh,
that?
we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
That's a
Richard.
good one.
That's good. That's a good pick. I think Richard Dreyfuss falls into that category.
Well, that was Dave's pick. So
George Clooney.
I thought you were going to say Jordan Peterson.
No.
George Clooney. Hell no. He was up to no good for a long time.
How do you know?
No, didn't he have all these?
But what are you defining as a purist?
No,
What are you
no,
defining as
I don't
purity?
want to get into the psychology and the philosophy.
I think
of
it's
it.
more
It's just the way you
about
feel.
the image.
The way you feel about that person.
If they've been
Okay.
an actor that's or actress that's
Yeah.
consistently playing, the squeaky clean, kind of
Sure.
happy, go lucky,
Perception.
apple pie and the sky. Kind
Okay,
of
all right.
roles.
I'll give you one. I'll give you a couple then. How about Adam Sandler?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
you view him as just a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Just a funny.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh.
Even though he's not liked, Tom Brady is seen as sort of like this picture perfect
He
character.
is very squeaky clean. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Family Guy, great husband.
Oh, I thought you were
Dolly.
talking about Peter from The Family Guy. I was going to say, no, not going to pass the test.
Tom Brady.
What
Yeah, no,
about-
that's a good one.
Dolly Parton.
You just can't because of the boobs.
Oh,
right?
come on.
Oh, stop it.
She's a nice lady.
I'm not saying she's not a nice lady. The problem is that she employed them. as a
Deployed them.
Deployed them as a mechanism to draw you in, and she didn't even say that she wasn't doing that. So I can't do that.
What about Hugh Jackman? He's pretty squeaky clean. He always plays the hero.
Oh, I don't see him as a
He's a
purist, but yeah, no, he does that a lot of Broadway. Actually, do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a ballet artist or something.
Somebody
So
I
beautiful.
knew, actually, when he was here in Detroit, I think he was shooting a movie, and he rented the house next door to them. And they were saying what an awesome dude he was.
Who? Hugh
Hugh
Jackman?
Jackson,
I
yeah,
heard
Jackman,
he's a
Jackman.
pretty nice guy. Yeah.
I mean, from the story that I heard, just from their experience with him, he is absolutely like a straight up, just regular dude.
What do you think, Karen? Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I guess I don't know enough, but when I got to tell you, when you guys were talking about the whole Broadway thing, it's like, okay, well, who's the newest famous member of Broadway? Al Roker.
Oh.
Al Roker does kind of fall
Al.
into that category of just nice guys.
The
doesn't
weather
he?
guy?
Yeah.
America's
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But he had a bad friend.
Oh.
It doesn't matter that he had a bad friend. He's a good
he's
guy,
not
and
bad.
he's, we think
Good
of him
one.
as, the
Mhm.
all-American, smiling on the
Yeah.
Today
Yeah,
Show
yeah.
weather
Right.
guy.
There you go. No,
Mm.
Al Roker's good.
That's a
What
good one.
about Regis then?
Regis
Oh,
Philbin.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Regis still alive?
Yeah, he's not. We looked it up the
He
other day.
is.
He's like 98 years old.
Holy
Hold
mother!
on, let's see.
Is he really?
Beats.
Yeah, we looked him
Let's
up the
see.
other day. We were
He's-
playing this age game the other day. We're gonna do that in the second segment because I was right a lot. I was very close a lot. But
Okay, we'll save it then.
They're
We'll
probably
save his
keeping him
age.
alive with like stem cells and like pieces of, baby hearts.
yeah. All right, Karen. Can we call you back in 15 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, we're gonna-
The only thing that was just brought to my attention, what about Robert Redford?
Oh, yeah. Him and Paul Newman both.
Paul Newman.
Yeah, there you go.
Him and Newman both.
Yeah.
Really kind of squeaky clean. Newman even more than Redford probably because of his charity through his food company.
Yeah, there's a good one.
Yeah.
He's dead, but you're right. Redford's alive, and he's doing a lot of stuff.
All right, let's pick it back up.
We're gonna pick it back up about 15. We're gonna call you back. All right.
All right, you got it.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
somebody else came up with another
What
one.
about Anne Hathaway?
Oh, it was me. It was Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
And
there we go.
Beyonce, but you guys were like,
Not on
about
Beyonce.
Beyonce has boobs.
No, that's not why.
She
John
shook her
Stewart.
butt in a video.
John Stewart.
Hello.
Okay, we're back on the air.
Hi.
We came
Hi,
up.
Karen.
Hi, Karen. We came up with two more during the break. People that we believe are sort of in the purity file. One was Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Any response?
Don't know enough about him.
Okay. And then who's the other one? Not Beyonce.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Or too political.
I could let that slide.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just saw the movie, didn't you?
I did.
Don't tell me about it. We were just talking about it a few minutes before we called you.
I just saw it.
It
You
was
got to
good.
see it if you haven't.
Right. I heard it was good. Okay.
It's fantastic.
So we're going to play a little game here. Of what age, height, or weight you think certain people are.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. We'll start with ages.
Kevin Hart.
No. I get to call the names.
Oh.
I'm the host of the show.
Karen.
Okay.
Karen, is Dave with you?
Is Dave with you?
He is not. He just left.
Oh.
Okay. Well, he
I was
can't play
gonna
the
say,
game.
Yeah.
Then. Okay. So all right, we'll start with yours then. Fine, but don't say any more names. I'm sick of you. All right. Kevin Hart. I'm gonna say. Brittany's the one looking him up. I'm gonna say he's 40.
Oh, Brittany has the answers.
Yeah.
We're just gonna guess.
Yeah. You got to guess. I'm gonna say 44.
Put away your phone.
Yeah. Put away your phone. Don't cheat.
Everybody, let's play
Kevin-
fair.
Kevin Hart, the comedian.
Age, height, and weight.
No. Just the age.
Oh.
I say 44. Karen, don't Google it.
You gotta.
You're taking too long to answer.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. I promise.
Black don't
Kevin
crack.
Hart. I'm gonna go 46.
46, 44, 46,
50.
50. No, he's not 50. Go ahead.
39.
30. Just you're not playing. No, she's
who?
not. Kevin Hart, forget it.
I
We
just,
already
Oh,
I
done it.
just
45.
gave you the answer.
39.
Age.
He's 39.
He's 39.
Wow.
I thought he was one of
He's
those people that
39. Really?
Yeah,
like was
that's a-
older and looked
He's young
substantially
and-
younger. So I guess I
Too,
was
too
wrong.
much alcohol. Huey Lewis.
Oh, he's got to be in 72.
Oh, you took my
Dead.
answer.
You got 72 as well?
I don't have an age.
He's not dead. 70.
95.
No. I say he's 73.
Has everybody answered?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
68.
That's it.
Oh.
Boy, he looked weathered when I was. He looked
hard for
weathered when I
him.
was a kid.
How old? 58?
68.
68.
Oh,
We were
60,
close.
sorry.
We were
Oh.
close.
Okay.
When I was a kid, he looked like he was 68. He's got the same face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he hasn't aged, but he was already old to begin with. How does that work? Is it like a Benjamin Button type of thing? Okay.
John Stewart.
Ooh, John Stewart. 51.
I say 46.
I'll go 52.
Karen,
54.
you Googled it. It took way too long. I said, all right, what do you, I got 51, 52,
46.
46, and
50.
54. I bet you Karen's correct.
55.
Yeah.
Wow.
Off by
Okay.
just one.
Five.
Google.
Good
Karen.
job, Karen.
Bradley Cooper. Don't look it up, Karen.
I'm not. I promise
She's
I'm not looking it
not.
up. Bradley Cooper, I don't even care.
Age is hot.
I hate to say it, but I don't even know who he is. So
We'll do somebody else.
That you know why? Because he's not on social media.
Lady
Yeah.
Gaga.
Wait a minute. Are we doing Bradley Cooper? Or
No,
not?
we're not doing Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
We're doing Lady Gaga. I say 37.
36.
Yeah, I say 36 as
30,
well.
37.
52.
101.
140,000 years old. She's in a bubble, in an Easter egg bubble. That's what she did one time. She put herself in a little bubble.
She did.
Yeah. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. What did I say? 37. All right. How old is she?
32.
What?
Dang.
Wow.
Y'all way overestimated on that.
I knew that one.
Did you?
I did. Because we're close in age.
Italians don't age well, so.
Yeah, she doesn't look too good.
She's a high mileage model.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. She took too many hits.
That wasn't meant the way it sounded.
Too many punches in the hoo-ha. Okay.
What?
She got punched in the face too many times.
I don't think that's your hoo-ha.
That's not your hoo-ha. It's the opposite end of the body.
Your butthole?
No.
You're getting hotter.
Oh. No wonder it smells like a funk in here.
Oh man.
All right, you pick somebody, Kirk. Give us
I
a name.
did.
Give
I
us a
said
name.
Jon Stewart. All right. We already talked about Henry Rollins, so I'm so one-dimensional. Alice Cooper.
We did this one about a week
Did
ago.
we do it?
No, we did. 71.
That sounds pretty good. That's where I'd be 73.
Karen,
Yeah, 74.
you Googled it. I can tell.
I did
You're
not.
too confident
I
about your
promise.
answers. What you got, Jess?
70-something.
No, you can't do that.
All right. 74.
All right, what's the answer?
70.
Damn.
Shit.
Wow.
Boy,
I knew I should have said 69. I would have won.
Ted Nugent.
69
Wait,
for the win.
just a little fact about Alice Cooper, by the way. If you ever look him up on the internet, he used to be an accountant.
Oh.
And you'll see him with his hair cut short and wearing a suit. Before he became whatever he is.
A rock star
Of sorts.
of stars.
I'm not sure what he does. I think he's
He's just resting on big giant piles of money.
yeah. Did good for himself.
I
He used to
wanna
be
be
an he
that.
used to be an accountant. He used to be an accountant though.
Well, that's why he's been so successful. Ted Nugent.
Your look-alike.
That I'll say 72.
I'm gonna go with Jeff, 72.
That sounds about right.
Karen?
Yeah, I'll go 73.
We're all going
just to
72,
disagree with the crowd a little bit.
You're going 72.
I'm going 73.
Oh, okay. You're up one. What's the answer?
69.
What?
Second time in a row, I
See?
definitely should have said
Jess?
it. Man. All right, that's it. I'm
He
sticking
just
with
quit
my gut.
updating his Wikipedia page.
I think Google has just decided everybody is 69. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, Fred Bear. Fred Bear. Good song.
Yeah. Oh, guitar player from Anthrax.
The bald guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're getting into just our genre now.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Okay, we gotta give him like
More
I was
mainstream.
going to say, if Dave was here, he'd be able to tell you, but I have no idea who
You're
you're
talking
talking
about
about.
Ian, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Six getting old.
How old is Big Bird? I wonder if Big Bird has an age.
Oh, Big Bird. I'm going to say Big Bird is 46.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's a pretty exact age for.
Big Bird's 52.
Bird.
All right, hold on. Let's see.
60.
Yeah, you might be right.
I want to say 70.
I don't think that there was television 70 years ago.
2018.
I think it might be. I don't know. I think we might be pushing 60 for old Big Bird.
Was Big Bird having an age?
I'm looking.
No, Sesame Street didn't come out until the early 70s, right?
Late
I think it was
60s.
late 60s.
So Big Bird would be 40. 48.
Get out.
48.
Okay,
Since
so
his
Big
Wow.
Bird,
first
That was
appearance.
good.
not even gonna say. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
what about Kermit T. Frog?
That came afterward.
Banging Miss Piggy.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he ever got her, did
Look
he?
at this.
Well,
Debut,
they got married.
1969.
They got married, though, didn't they? At one point.
Oh, Froggy and
Kermit the
Piggy
Frog and
Kermit?
Miss Piggy.
Kermit and Piggy.
They did get married. Maybe they got divorced.
No.
They're part of the 50%.
Well, I made sure there was a prenuptial agreement.
Oh, God.
Divorce is down to 50% now.
I made her be a roadie with the band.
Let me think. Okay. Do you agree that Elmo is creepy,
Who are you talking to?
Karen?
Oh, do I agree that Elmo is creepy?
Well, he does say tickle me.
Well, I had kids in the Elmo era, so I guess I didn't think of him as creepy until after my kids were grown up, and now I'm kind of like, oh, maybe that was a little creepy.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to be cute to kids.
They should have called him, like, tickle my balls.
Wow.
Oh, the dinosaur. I love you. You love me.
Oh, Barney.
Barney.
God.
Barney was creepy. Barney was creepy. He'd nail you in a second, man. He'd be dropping so much GBH in your
You know
drink.
who was creepy? Was Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh.
Hey, let me
yeah.
tell you something. He went off the wire for a little bit there.
Yeah, what
With
happened
his
to
little
him?
green and green shirt. And ended up becoming like a musician, grew his hair long, the whole thing. In fact, though, I want to say that they brought him back.
No.
They
no.
just did interviews for the new replacement for
The other
Steve
guy.
with the new Blues Clues.
Yeah.
No, I know,
Really?
but didn't they like do an homage to the original one? Because I think he cleaned up his act and all this stuff.
They may have, but they were definitely looking for his replacement.
I mean, his replacement came in a long time ago.
Yeah, I
right?
think he did get a replacement.
He did get a
on that.
replacement.
No. I'm talking about just in the last year. They were going to redo,
Oh, like a
kind of like
reboot.
they're redoing every show
Yeah.
that was from the 80s and the 90s.
Revamping.
because nobody can
Blues
write.
Clues, they were revamping Blues
Yeah,
Clues, and they
they-
were
Right.
looking for the new.
The regeneration of
Steve.
material is horrible. They just keep redoing the same crap over and over
They
again.
just got a bunch of guys sitting around a table in a writing room, and they got a pair of the paddles,
What
and
are
they're
you-
just
what are
like
you- what are you
restarting.
squeezing there?
Just got the paddles. I'm just restarting, rebooting every single.
He's
blue-
reaching for your nipples.
God. It's because I'm wearing my vest, my Chinese Japanese vest.
All right, when do I get to see the video of this cast?
No, pretty soon, actually.
Couple days.
Couple days. All right. How old is Jessica by her voice? Jessica, say hello.
Hello.
How old is Jessica?
27.
Okay, well, Jessica just sounded like a
Like a
feeling-
recording.
yeah. Whoa. This is gonna be bad. Jessica, if I get this wrong, I'm like on your hated list.
No. No.
It takes a lot to make
I mean,
me
I
hate
could
people.
go with 18 and then I win, but
No, her actual age.
Don't do this.
I am doing this.
Don't do this.
You can't stop me.
It's okay. I was rummaging through a purse earlier, so I know.
Okay, you're not in the purist column.
She just left it there on the counter. What'd you want me to do?
It's
okay, well, based on what you just said, that she left it on the counter, I'm going to say that she's a pretty trusting individual, so I'm going to probably put her in the mid-20s category.
Aw, you guys are so nice. They're going out of their way to be nice, though, because they don't want to offend me.
20,
He just
Oh,
wants to know
so
how
is
old
he.
you are.
28.
I'm 35.
28. Oh, okay. All
All
right.
right. There we go.
Well, I got to say, at 35, you're pretty trusting to be leaving your purse on the counter in front of My brother? Really?
I know you think I would have learned by now, but you know.
What have I ever done that's bad?
Okay, don't, we don't have that much time.
You don't want to keep your sister on the phone for that answer.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go for one more.
Well, do tell. I mean, we do have a couch here. We can prop up the pillows. I'll get out my notepad and
Okay.
we'll
So
talk
why
about
don't you tell the audience something bad that I did to you? And that's all you're gonna get. And I'm hanging up on you.
Bad that you did to me?
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty.
No.
Oh. I think you probably need to talk to your other sister for that. For me, you were never bad to me.
I didn't smash your hand in the door.
Not on purpose.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Well, when we got older, things didn't go so well when we were in our 20s, but that's different.
What went bad then? Tell me.
Let's see.
Got in a fight with your boyfriend?
Breaking into my house.
Did I break into your house? I was homeless.
You still broke into my house.
So what? That's just called squatting.
And welcome to the Jerry Springer Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yes.
I don't think you can officially call it your house when you're 19 years old.
It was still her place.
I don't think it was. It was mine.
Yeah, that you thought it was yours. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, let me tell you something. Can I tell you a secret? When you guys moved out of that place,
Out of the condo?
yeah, I lived there for like 3 months,
Oh, I'm sure you did.
and so here's how I got kicked out. Is the guy who
Oh, you're talking about the house. You're not talking about the condo. You're talking about my boss's house that I lived in.
Yeah, your boss's house. When
True story.
this is a true story. You guys moved out to a condo, and of course I knew it was vacant, so I stayed there I set up a TV and everything that I'd found, and I stayed there for a couple months, and then we started having parties there, and all my friends would come over, and I had it all set up like a real house, like with boxes for nightstands and stuff like this. One day, the owner comes by to check on the property. Did I ever tell you this?
That my boss came by?
Yeah. He came by. We see him in the front window. We see him in the front door. And he doesn't know that there's like 6 of us in there, 6 guys in there. All right, so I yelled at everybody, get the fuck out, quick. The guy's like coming up the stairs to open the door. And he sees all of us. And the first guy who ran out your sliding glass door near the dining room.
Through the door?
Yeah, he ran right through the window.
Yep.
And then we all followed. But
keep in mind that this is my boss, who is the owner of several companies in the town that we lived in at the time. This isn't just, the supermarket manager.
That's fine.
This is a prominent, owner of several companies. He's well known in the community, and he owns the house that I had been living in, and now my brother is squatting in with his buddies.
Well, you didn't know that, so what's the difference?
Well, no, I didn't.
He didn't
But
know
as
it was
soon as my
your
boss
brother?
found out
You should
who
have
was
seen the guy.
squatting
You
in
should
my
have seen.
house.
You should have seen the guy's face as we were running out the side door. Stop! I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, we're gonna stop. See you later.
Oh,
Keep
brother, the memories that we have
keep in
of
mind,
all of the adventures we had growing up. That was
keep in mind, I was
the
like
best
17.
part of.
I was like 17 years old at the time. So, all right, Karen, I appreciate it.
Nice talking to you.
Hey, you too. You guys take care.
All right, bye.
Bye, Karen.
All right. Bye.
Stories of the family. What fun.
Good times. You got sisters, brothers?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Only
You're single
child.
child.
Yeah, I'm an only kid. So I'm all messed up.
Yeah.
I'm like Jeffrey Dahmer material. I'm good by myself.
I was watching
And all the bodies underneath my porch.
You ever watch interviews with him or his parents?
No, he's just too creepy. I mean, when I got wind of some of the stuff that guy was doing, I mean, there's a lot of memes and jokes. You know, my one buddy sends me some of them. Sometimes I just look at them. I just shake my head. I'm like, wow, those are tough, you know.
I think one of the more interesting interviews that I've seen of serial killers. Dahmer is very, I don't know what the word for it would be, just sort of stoic.
That's an interesting, yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Not much personality. Not during the interviews, obviously.
Right.
Ted Bundy was interviewed, I want to say by Charlie Rose, the day before he was executed. Charles Manson, obviously, is whatever. One of the more interesting interviews I've ever seen of these people is the Iceman Killer.
Mm-hmm.
He gives great interviews. Well, he interviewed twice, I think, for HBO. I want to say it was. And he wasn't a serial killer in the normal way.
Okay.
He kind of got pulled into the mob. Meaning he wasn't Italian or anything like that. He was a hitman.
Okay.
But he got pulled in kind of organically. Not like, do you want to be a hitman? They said, we got a job for you.
Right.
We'll pay you $5,000. You take care of it? He's like, yeah, I'll do whatever it takes. Just trying to provide for his family. Ends up shooting like God knows how many people, killing how many people. Excellent interviews on YouTube. It's called The Iceman Killer.
The Iceman.
Yeah, but he's actually, I'm not justifying anything he did, right? Because he killed other gangsters, basically. Right.
You could almost label him the Punisher.
Yeah, almost like the Punisher, in his view. And he gets very emotional when he's talking about his family, because he to the point of like he's super tough during the interview until you talk about his kids. And he says, I only ever did it for my kids. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, he had to find some way to kind of wrap his brain around what he was doing and justify it, I would think, right?
Oh, he didn't really have much of a skill set. He got caught up in the mob, and he was the number one hitman. The way they caught him is they figured it was him and set him up. The FBI set him up.
FBI is good at that.
Yeah, they set him up, and he got careless with his words.
Sloppy.
Got
Yeah.
sloppy with
Yep.
it. Kind of said, yeah, I'll take this guy, I'll take that guy, I'll take this guy out, however you want it done, all this kind of stuff. Was laughing about it. And he's still alive, I think.
I think so.
I don't know where he is. Federal prison, I think.
Probably, yeah.
He killed.
Oh, no. He's dead.
Not really.
2006.
No.
Yeah. Yep. He died.
Of what? Just prison, heart attack.
Oh, let me look. Hold on.
That's too bad. Well, I mean, you know.
Oh, probably somebody
You
got
can't
to him.
interview him. Nah. I don't think you mess with this guy. There's no way. He probably died. He was a big guy.
Yeah.
How tall was he? Does it say? 6'6"? Big dude.
Hold on.
Big white guy. With a beard. Kind of like me.
Kind of like you.
Yeah, 6'6" with a beard.
Hey, as long as you're above 6 foot.
No, he was a big guy. 300,
6'5".
6'5".
Woo.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Monster.
No, he died of medical
Yeah.
complications.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big guys do.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Probably 300 plus pounds.
He was
Oh.
70. He was 70
Yeah.
when he died.
Died in prison. The interviews are excellent, though.
It's an interesting, choice. You know, it's like, I don't know. Some days, I think, would it have been easier just to take that other path? Just went down it.
Which one?
The one that's not the straight and narrow.
Yeah. Well, you can't. It'd be a lot tougher to do it these days. I mean, so he was doing this in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, I've seen that dude. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's very stoic in nature as well. Gives a great interview. Isn't too hesitant to talk about what he did, why he did it.
Into the details.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's a contract killer.
He was a contract killer.
He did it for the money.
He did it
He
for the
enjoyed
money.
it. Yeah.
Well, I think it reminds me of Tony. No, his name's not Tony Soprano. Who's the guy that played Tony Soprano? He died.
Gee.
He died about 2 years ago as well.
James.
Gandolfini.
Yes.
There we
In
go.
the movie True Romance, Gandolfini plays a hitman that works for the mob. He reminds me of him.
Okay.
Like he's just there to take the same personality.
I heard you cracking your knuckles there. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's just ready,
Far away.
Just ready to kill somebody.
Watch out.
Oh, so he reminded me. If you ever watch the movie True Romance, have you ever seen that?
That's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah. So he plays like his personality is like Gandolfini in that movie.
It's Laura Dern.
No, that was Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater, Christopher Walken, Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Such a good
Gary
movie.
Oldman.
Yeah.
Slater. Okay, there's one. Slater. Is he still alive?
He's like 47 years old.
You think?
If I had to say at the most, 51, 52. Christian Slater. He's not older than like.
I haven't seen much from him. Maybe he just made a big.
He
pile
was
of-
he was on a show. They keep putting them on TV shows. They just keep failing. 52.
How old?
47.
49.
That's it. Yeah, they keep putting them on shows, but that movie was just packed full of people.
Oh yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson was in that at the very beginning.
I remember going to see that at the movies. That was a long time
Gary
ago.
Oldman, Patricia Arquette, Brad Pitt, James Gandolfini, Sean Penn's brother. I forgot his name. Tom Sizemore.
Holy crap! Yeah.
And it was directed by Quentin Tarantino, or written by him.
That's right.
Written by Quentin Tarantino.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was on it.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis
Man,
Hopper.
you couldn't have loaded that one up
Christopher
anymore.
Walken. Christopher Walken was in it.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. I have to check
Excellent.
that one out again. It's been years since I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
What's up, Jess?
Michael. And then there's a bunch of B characters that are in it. You remember the guy who played Balky?
Yeah.
He was in True Romance as well.
Balky.
What show was that? I'm challenging you.
True. No. Friends.
It was two guys. Balky, he played like a foreigner, and
Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Stranger.
Google says, because I couldn't remember that.
Perfect Strangers. Balky always reminded me of the guy from Taxi.
The little
The
Cuban guy.
Yeah.
Well, he played. Didn't he play like a Russian or like a?
It was kind of like a cross between a Ukrainian
Ukrainian
and
Russian or
something
something like
else.
that.
Yeah. His name was in Taxi.
I forgot.
Man.
You're going way back.
Yeah. In my day.
You know, what about Woody Harrelson?
Definitely not squeaky clean.
No, he had a lot of pot, right? And some other stuff, probably. He's one of my favorite actors. Well, Bill Murray. If you found out that Bill Murray was a pedophile, would you be pissed off?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
For sure.
Right, so that's what I'm
Definitely.
saying. So, I mean, does he have that characteristic, that purity thing?
I don't know if he has.
He doesn't do dirty humor. Maybe a little bit back in the day, but
I mean, he's not a bad guy, but he also like isn't on the same wavelength, I guess, or persona as Tom Hanks and
Mr. Rogers.
Michael Fox.
No,
and,
nowhere close to that.
Yeah,
All right,
Mr.
all right,
Rogers.
all right. I can't think of anybody else.
Nope, not a lot of
Oh, I
squeak.
got one.
All
I know
right.
who's squeaky clean.
All right.
Justin Bieber.
No.
I'm
No.
just fucking with you. Justin Bieber.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. No, he had some alcohol issues.
He
I
had some
think.
serious pill issues due
How about
to the fact that he hurt his back.
Arsenio Hall?
No.
Just throwing names out.
Oh, what about
Johnny Carson.
Eddie Murphy?
No, are you kidding me?
No.
He doesn't have any
No.
dirt, does he?
Look at him.
We're moving on. Eddie Murphy doesn't.
Just the stories
feel
his
like that's
brother
a yes.
Charlie used to tell. So
I mean,
Charlie
his
Murphy.
comedy alone.
Charlie
is,
Murphy.
His,
Well, I'm
his
not
comedy
talking about
alone
his
is
comedy.
just full of swearing and
So?
womanizing and all kinds of stuff.
His
I'm not
brother?
saying so. We're talking about purity. I'm not talking about me, right?
Telling you, that whole skit with the whole Charlie Murphy and
I don't remember.
Rick
that one.
James.
Chappelle.
Yeah,
Chappelle.
Chappelle does a whole
I'm Rick
thing.
James.
I'm Rick James.
Rick James.
I was wondering if you're gonna say the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck your couch.
That
You
was-
getting my muddy boots all over my couch.
You know what's funny about Chappelle is he almost falls into like that purity thing, but he had such weird comedy. But it's almost like a brilliant comedy, like it was purposeful. So let me tell you the difference.
I mean, his personal life, he doesn't have a bunch of dirt or anything
no,
like
that's what I'm
that going
saying.
on.
I agree. Whereas I think Eddie Murphy was like purposefully, kind of
He was just
nasty and dirty, and
offensive.
offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Because he
Chappelle
was.
more just comedic about it, like
There was some thought behind it.
playing off of pop culture.
Yeah, I mean, look at that time how much people appreciated like George Carlin's humor, right?
Oh,
so
George
it was
Carlin
hard.
was
It's hard to
fantastic.
have squeaky clean humor and have people actually still want to listen to you.
that was great.
That's
comedy.
true.
It was.
Yeah, but then again, I hate to say it, but Bill Cosby had great comedy
Yeah, he
without
did.
without swearing.
That
He
was
told-
his thing.
He told family comedy. Never was there a story about anything too bizarre, but you'd still laugh because you resonate with the situation he's talking about.
What about Natalie Portman?
She gets a pass.
So does Mila Kunis.
Well, I mean, because she's
I don't
Mila
like Mila.
Kunis.
Yeah.
I don't like Mila Kunis. I think
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why? She.
she
I
muted
muted
me.
him.
She muted me.
Wow.
I like that.
No.
Can I sit there? Does that work in real life? Can I have that button all
She's
the
like,
time?
that's it for the rest of our lives. We're having mics in front of us.
Wait, who's
I'm
paying
not
for
for
it?
any
Oh,
of the
now we're
bars.
using the props.
Now I have a bell.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I like it. Mila Kunis is fine. Like I always think of the Black Swan, the movie.
I mean, that
Which
was
they
like
were-
a blip on her acting career, though.
No, they were both. No, I think the Black Swan was a great movie,
Yeah.
but Natalie Portman was better in it than Mila Kunis. So
Oh.
What about Heidi Klum? She doesn't have any dirt. She hasn't done racy things.
Not guilty.
She's got a billion kids.
okay, fine. You want to go down that route? How about Angelina Jolie?
I mean,
Crazy.
okay, she wore blood around her neck of John
Billy Bob-
Bobby,
Billy Bob
yeah, whatever
Thornton.
the
Billy
hell,
Bob.
for like 5 years.
Yeah, no.
I thought that was from her
But I mean-
like stepbrother. That wasn't
No,
Billy
it was
Bob.
Bill- no, it was
They-
Billy
he
Bob
wore a
Thornton.
vial of her blood.
Yeah.
He wore a vial, or she wore a vial of his blood. They had a weird, crazy relationship.
Weird people.
Probably filled with amazing sex, but also could never last.
Well, she's
Squeaky.
not with Brad Pitt either now, but she's got a bunch of adopted kids.
Yeah.
Maybe Oprah should take over those kids.
But you don't like Oprah. You think she's a bad person.
I
So
know, so she can raise a bunch more Oprahs.
Here's a squeaky clean.
Oprah doesn't have kids, does she?
no.
She doesn't.
She's fixed.
I'm going to go hit up Oprah for adoption. See if she'll adopt me.
Mommy.
Mummy!
You know what? I'm going to get there first.
And you'll find out how nice she really isn't.
Don't care, because when she dies, there's going to be a big pile of money
Going to Gale.
just sitting right there.
You're not wrong.
Going to Gale.
All right, I'll give
I'll
you.
be
Let
going
me,
to Gale,
let-
yeah.
how much
What
time?
about Matt Damon? Has he done anything wrong? Harrison Ford.
Oh, Harrison.
He likes crashing his plane.
What about The Rock? He's also pretty innocent. He hasn't done any racy things.
You know, his father used to wrestle in the WWF.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
He was Rocky Johnson.
that's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Kevin Spacey? Just kidding.
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
He would have gotten it had he not gotten caught up in this the Me Too stuff.
Diddling little boys thing he was doing. That.
Diddling little boys.
No, it wasn't just little
Diddling.
boys. It was diddling everything that had two legs
Oh.
Or one.
and paying him for it.
He needs a support group.
Who?
David Spade? He,
Oh, yeah.
kinda
He's
like-
really innocent.
David Spade's a cool cat.
Yeah.
Think so?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
The
Listen,
most offensive
Sandler.
thing
Listen,
he ever did
we-
was
Adam
Joe
Sandler.
Dirt, which was amazing. So
that was funny as hell.
the world's
Yeah.
favorite hillbilly.
Can you admit though that there's definitely a difference?
It's a stretch.
Like there's categories.
Definitely a stretch.
Because we've got Mother Teresa and Mr. Rogers over here, and now we're talking about David Spade and Eddie Murphy.
It's a huge stretch.
Well, it's age.
And
Age?
again,
Time, age.
No,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with
Yeah.
you. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
that we'll have to put them in the buckets maybe, because the idea that we're even talking about David Spade being a, you know,
Audrey Hepburn.
well, I mean that's
Well,
classic,
yeah.
and maybe she did a few things we don't know about.
Bob Newhart.
There wasn't Facebook.
Oh.
How
and,
about Bob
yeah,
Newhart now?
back
He's
then.
still alive.
He's still alive. He did clean comedy.
Clean comedy, lots of shows. Newhart, of course, was one of them.
Oh, he had two Newharts, I think.
He was
right?
actually on Big Bang Theory quite a bit. Look up his age. I'm guessing 96. Yeah, that's
80, I'll say 88, 89.
96. He's up there. Man.
He's really old.
He's
Yeah.
up
Whose
there.
age?
Bob Newhart.
He had the Newhart show. He
90
was
or
on
dead. Somewhere in between
No,
there.
No, he's still kicking.
96.
Oh.
He was on Big Bang Theory
Oh,
a
wow.
few times.
Yeah.
That show.
What'd you say, Kirk?
89.
89.
You
Oh,
bad.
that was
wow.
a good guess.
89.
Ding, ding,
How
ding. Yeah,
how
I know.
tall is he?
Oh, well, I mean now or before?
I don't know. It just said height. I don't.
5'7". Not a big guy at all.
He's not tall. I would say, yeah, 5'6", 5'5".
I'd say 5'9".
No way.
5'8".
Ha!
Oh, right in the middle.
Oh, we're all. in the
Here's
middle.
some old school. Harvey Korman.
Who's
Hey,
that?
I think he's dead. And then Tim. Harvey Korman. They were on the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, you're going back.
Yeah, I know. It's going back. It was Harvey Korman and Tim.
Bring us into the 80s at least.
All right.
That was 70s.
That was definitely
What
so.
about
did you know
Nicolas
on-
Cage?
He's an idiot.
Also pretty innocent, though. An innocent idiot.
He's just a moron.
I don't know of any like war stories that was shared publicly about him.
Really, really rich moron. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about him. Raising Arizona was his best movie.
That was the best movie ever.
But after that, I don't know.
He had a couple of good ones here and there.
Ghost Rider.
No, I don't think
treasure
that
hunt
one was
with
good.
the treasure hunt things or whatever.
No, see, those weren't good. There was like, he had a stretch of them after.
Con Air.
What's that?
Con Air.
Yeah. Okay.
WKRP in
Face Off.
Cincinnati.
Nobody can argue with Face Off.
What about WKRP?
In Cincinnati.
Yeah. Great show.
Great show.
Howard Hessman.
Hessman.
Gordon Jump.
Hessman actually played a teacher on another show after that.
He did.
Yeah. He was the main DJ, right? The
Yeah.
mustache and,
Yeah.
and the mullet type thing. He played a teacher on a show after that.
I remember. That wasn't like head of the class or some crazy
Yeah, it was
shit.
one of those.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played a teacher.
Huh.
Wonder if that
Well,
guy's
he's-
alive.
I think he's alive.
Put it in WKRP in Cincinnati.
Howard Hessman.
That was a good show.
tick.
What are you trying to tell me?
You're done.
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
5 minutes. What the hell's wrong with these people?
Just been careening through the celebrity chaos.
Hey, it's a little bit of fun today.
It's all right. It's nice to just kind of go unscripted.
As long as everybody knows I don't like Oprah.
I think everybody knows that now.
Who am I looking up?
WKRP in Cincinnati. What
Okay.
was the main character?
Howard Hessman.
Howard Hessman.
That's who we're looking for. Howard Hess.
It just annoys me. I can't do it.
It's Herb Tarlick. I don't remember his real name though.
What does he look like? Turn around, let me see.
I can't find.
Are you watching porn over there?
Yeah.
Just Kirk will know what he looks like. Who's the main DJ in WKRP in Cincinnati?
Howard Hessman. Wow, he looks different there.
How old is he now? I'm guessing he's 76. Is he still alive? I hope so.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. We should go visit him.
78.
Where's he live?
I would not recognize him.
Where's he live?
Oregon.
Here, turn around. Let me see.
Yeah, if I sat down next to him on a plane and he said, "Hey, my name's Howard," I'd be like,
Oh, wow.
"Nice
Hey,
to meet you, Howard."
Grandpa.
Oh, you know, he's still got he's got the same face. Laura Ingalls Wilder lives here in Brighton. Do you know that?
No,
Little House on the Prairie lady.
really.
Yeah, she's married to Christopher Busick or something like that. They live in Brighton. In fact, I think they put their place up for sale a few months back. It's like a big deal.
Nice. So where did we want to go today? Where did we want to end up? World peace, world hunger.
Let's stop with who you think. Okay, I think we only came down to like 3 actual people. The rest are on the outliers.
Yeah,
People that we think might be okay.
we're stretching.
So Tom Hanks, alive people that fall into the purity category. Tom Hanks, Michael J. Fox. We had another one.
Mr. Rogers.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, alive people, right?
Yeah.
Did
I mean,
Jon
it's-
Stewart
it's
make the
kinda
cut?
Slim pickings.
Yeah, there's only
saying.
2.
There's not too many.
So Tom Hanks and who else? Michael J. Fox. They should just run for president, vice president.
I mean, I would so vote for both of them.
They'd win.
The Rock.
Oh, he's gonna run for
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
I'd also vote for him.
He's gonna run for president with Mark Cuban. Watch. I don't know if this time around or not, but
That'd be great.
I guess Tom Hanks will take the cake.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be really disappointed when he ends up in some sting operation.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be devastated.
That would, well, I think that's the whole thing with Cosby. Everybody's like, "What? Are you
Yeah.
serious, Dr. Huxtable?
I feel
What
like
are
that
you
shook a
doing?"
lot of people's worlds, and they were
Yeah.
just
Well.
curious how they could have such bad judgment on people.
Tom Hanks has that same sort of, the way the culture feels about him.
Yeah.
He's just likable.
He has a
and
very innocent persona.
innocent. Well, I mean, ever since, particularly since he did that show way back in the day,
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
That's
It's
how he
kinda-
actually
kinda
got
where
his
he
start.
started.
Yeah.
And then he did a couple movies, and I think Forrest Gump put it over the top for him, right?
I think Big sold it really good for him being like
Big,
the guy
I was
next
actually
door,
thinking about
you
that,
know?
yeah.
Big. No, well, he did.
Yeah.
What's the one he did with?
Before
Was it
Gump,
Daryl
solidified
Hannah?
him forever.
Oh,
was that her name?
Splash.
Splash.
Yeah.
Is where he kind of made a splash, no pun intended, and then Forrest Gump put him over the top for sure.
What was I, about 12 when Splash came out? Give or
Yeah.
take?
God knows how many
13.
time you watched it. Her in that mermaid outfit. Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. Don't mess with me. You're no purist. Believe me.
I don't know. I'm feeling funny watching this movie. I'm not sure why. My pulse is racing, and I'm not sure why.
Is
Is it Tom Hanks or is it
Hanks
the mermaid?
Purity.
I'm not sure.
Splash, the movie with Daryl Hannah. She played a mermaid.
Oh wow!
I got to go back and try to figure out how they put that thing on.
It's like that's like
suit.
that's like talking about Tommy Dorsey to one of us, you know. Tommy Dorsey, he was a great musician.
So I think we've determined that Tom Hanks is the purest guy on the planet right now. What, do we have an agreement?
All right.
Well, it was only between him and Michael J. Fox. Now, I don't think he's doing anything weird either, but, you know.
He's working as a bartender,
He's not playing Mr. Rogers either.
making really good margaritas.
Hey, you know, who's that guy that got, not caught, but was doing bagging groceries at, one of those.
Willis. Wasn't it Willis? It was, or it was Gary Coleman.
No. Gary Coleman's dead.
Well, Gary Coleman was.
If
working
he's
at a
bagging,
grocery
if
store.
he's bagging
He
groceries
was.
at Whole Foods,
What you talking about, Willis?
what you talking about, Willis? No, listen. It was from the Cosby Show. It was what's his face? The girl's husband.
Oh, that dude working at a grocery store.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Jeffrey Owens.
Jeffrey
That's
Owens
right.
was
Jeffrey
working at Trader
Owens.
Joe's,
Oh,
and people were like shaming him.
Aw, let the man work. He's got bills to
Christ.
pay.
I didn't say anything. I was gonna say
that's kind of harsh, though.
the
you
guys.
know?
No.
People are cruel.
No, he the guys. First of all, the guy's trying
People
to make
suck.
He's trying to make a living.
I hate people.
Plus, I think he's. Did you hear that like
Terrible.
concerted awe?
Oh yeah, that was heartfelt. I almost felt that.
That's
kind of.
evil.
Some empathy in the room.
All right, Tom Hanks, you get the gold award, and Oprah gets the shit award.
All right.
What? I just don't like her.
Sorry, Oprah.
And Mr. Rogers and
At least
Captain
for me.
Kangaroo were
Yeah,
Marines.
right? I'm with
Wow.
her.
You know what? I probably
part of this.
here's the thing about it. If I actually talked to Oprah, I'd probably like her.
You would.
Probably not.
I
Probably dig her.
I probably would.
She'd probably blow you
She
away.
just irritates me on the air. I don't know why.
It's her on-air persona.
Maybe it's her hair.
Because you want to be
It's
Oprah.
her hair.
You love to be Oprah.
I don't want to be Oprah.
You could
get
be
a
the
car.
male Oprah for a misguided
What are you
generation.
gonna call me? Popra?
Mopra.
The Pope? Oprah?
Popra.
Popra? No.
All right, everybody had a good time. Thank you, Brittany, Jessica, Kirk. We'll talk to you maybe next week, maybe the following.
Maybe.
You have to stay tuned.
We got to
to
get
find out.
Victor back on.
We'll get Victor back on. Talk about some
Yeah.
serious stuff. All right, cool.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, everybody. Bye.
Take care.
Popra.